What up, people? Well, just got fired from my job working at the Marriott at the Stanton, and was working there for maybe a couple of months, maybe a month. I don't know. Got hired, I think around August, and I worked from August all the way to maybe no, I worked from actually I was unemployed to the end of August, and I was doing Uber for 2 months straight. And I was holding on. I was doing okay with that. I was paying my bills and stuff, and that's another story. I'll talk about that shortly. But I got a job with Stanton at the end of August, and I worked all of September, and then like first week of October, and I was supposed to be off the training wheels or the train. So they say, Octavian's supposed to, have me, basically have everything down. I'm supposed to have an understanding of everything. And they was telling me I need more training. I'm like, I need more training for what? I know everything. I know how to do the hotel. I know how to walk around. I know how to do a post. If you pretty much let me be, you'll see I can handle myself. I mean, I worked at the JW Marriott, and it's like, oh, well, this is a Stanton, this is different. It's a hotel, dude. It's a hotel. Your hotel is not better than the JW Marriott. It's nowhere, I mean, it's a bigger fucking beast. Now, the JW is more bigger, is more well known than the fucking Stanton. You know what I'm saying? You work in the Stanton, I mean, it's not all that. I'm there. I'm not. I mean, you got a few rooms. You got a few rooms. Marriott got a whole bunch of rooms. They got money to burn. Y'all don't have it like that. Plus, they got more events, more stuff going on. You guys don't have proms or weddings and shit like that. They got event planners. Y'all guys don't have it all like that. Y'all have it easy compared to where I used to work at. I mean, I've never worked at a hotel where every night I gotta put fucking flyers. Y'all work like fucking slaves. And I'm like bending my back for $13 an hour for this shit when I could the Marriott JW pay the same amount. They pay $12, $1 less, but more benefits. Y'all don't even serve food. The JW Marriott, at least I get something to eat. But anyway, and the parking at the JW is a lot better than the parking here. I mean, they got tons of parking space. Y'all parking is like, fuck, I have to be careful not to hit nothing. So, got fired, or laid off, if you may say. And then I started doing Uber. I was already getting some complaints about me, but I figured it was just people complaining about just different types of stuff. I know I just signed up with Lyft. I know when I start doing Lyft, I'm going to have tons of gum. I'm going to have gum and candy in my car. So that's the main things I've noticed people ask for when I'm doing Uber is, are you having candy? Are you having gum? So you know what? I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break down. For Lyft, I'm gonna have candy and a lot of gum. I must, and I may have, 4 or 5 bottles of water if someone asks us for it. And I usually would keep it on the driver's side because I don't want nobody to step on it and nothing like that. So I keep it near me. Um, but last week, just this previous week, Uber had dropped my score down to 4.69. Now my score was at 4.70 for the longest. It was at 4.74. It was at 4.8 at one point in time, and I was doing good. I was 5-star for a good minute, but my score started coming down, and I think it was because I was just doing Uber. I was unemployed. I was doing Uber, and I wasn't doing anything else. So I think I was depressed a little bit because I was like, oh man, if I lose this, then I was thinking. And I think when you get to thinking, and then on top of that, working at the Stanton didn't help because I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be working at this job for long. I might have to look for another job. So I was worried. And I think by being worried, I think when I wasn't worried is when I was working at the JW. I love working at the JW Marriott. I had made friends there. The only person I probably wasn't friends with was a guy that had recently left. His name was Gabriel. I didn't get along with him at all, and he had quit and went to work for another job, went for another company. But me and him didn't really mesh, and I tried not to talk to him because I didn't want him to say anything bad about me. So we'll work together, but we won't be on talking levels. And I didn't want to argue with him. Nothing like that. I would tell people that I didn't like him, but I would not tell Gabriel. And like one of my guys that I worked with, his name was Hugh. I told him he just gives me a bad vibe. I have a bad vibe about Gabriel, and it's like I like positivity, and I feel like it's not a good vibe. I'm not getting a good vibe from him. Fernando is cool, but he's a little sneaky, but I still get along with him. I get along with Fernando perfectly. When me and Fernando work, we work as a unit. It's like like he does something, I does something. But we communicate. Me and Gable, there's no communication. At least with Fernando, the only thing that I have a problem with him doing is, and Sergio said, no, Lee, don't worry about what time he gets off. Only thing I have a problem is when it's time for him to get off work, he sticks around. It's like, look, I need you to leave the post because it doesn't look good, if you're not on the clock and you're working, if you're not supposed to be here, you had to follow the rules. So I was pretty much trying to enforce the rules as well, but I had to realize, I had to keep on remembering I was from the agency and I wanted to be a part of the actual family, but I knew they were like the people weren't going to listen to me. Gabriel he wasn't going to listen to me. Fernando was going to listen to me. The only people that really listened to me was Alex, but Alex was a new guy, but Fernando was like, you don't have to listen to him. He's an agency guy. And I felt kind of bad. I felt kind of discarded. Like, I've been here for a while. I know the place. I'm able to, kind of maneuver around, and it's like I have some insight in the in here, and I felt like I was like, okay, now whatever they have events, they will always have me in the office. I noticed that, and they have the other guys that had them in the bar room because I'm with the agency. They want me interacting with the guests because if let's say if I say something and the guest responds, there's like, you know, they have a reason to fire me. But if they do something, and it made sense because the way that Sergio broke it down, he's like, if I say something and the guest complains about it, they have a reason to fire me. But if one of their guys say something and the guest complains about them, then it's more of like a written up or something like that, because they can fire me right at the back. And he was actually, Sergio, by doing that, was actually protecting me. And I thought he was like, getting hard on me, but I realized he was protecting me. And there's some things that I've done that I should have just, like parking wise and stuff like that, but I still owe a parking ticket. But I have to get my fucking job situation straight before I start making those little payments. I want to get all this stuff covered before this year's over, and I'm hoping, maybe this is a new start. I just got called into coming to Regions, so my head's gonna be shaved. I'm gonna be shaved. My teeth gonna be brushed, because my breath probably is like boom, boom, boom. I need some gum, like something. You don't want to smell my breath right now. Just got some air freshener and trying to keep my car somewhat decent. Get some, you know. So hopefully my background check clears with Lyft. It's been like 3 or 4 days. I don't know how long it's supposed to take to do a background check, but it's been a while. And I know I don't have no felonies or nothing like that. I mean, my background is good. I was in the military for 12 years, and the worst that I've done in my life is when I was young. And this is like maybe a decade ago. It's like in my 30s, in my 20s, I used to go after prostitutes. I used to try. I think it was more of maybe it was a mental thing. Maybe it's just because I never could get a girlfriend and I was a handsome guy, but I think it was mentally, I was like, I'm alone. I have no companionship. There's no woman out there for me. And even when I had money and I had a place, and I had it going on. I had money, I had a place, I had a car. I still didn't have a girlfriend. And I was happy just being in my own apartment, going to work, not having to worry about that. I was just like, no, I got my PlayStation. I used to just play my video games, and my PlayStation was my girlfriend. I called my PlayStation, this is my girl. I was dating my Sony PlayStation with my video games, and that's in my 20s. I didn't care about having a girlfriend because it's like there was so many girls. I was just like, as long as I get to dance with one in the club, and I get to fit up on her ass, I'm good. I'm happy with that. I didn't care about having a girlfriend. But I'm in my 40s. I think it's essential to have somebody. At least somebody. I don't care if she has one leg and 2 front teeth. Somebody. Okay.